Guwahati home to North East United, who remain rooted to the foot of the table. Bengaluru are tonight's opponents, knowing that realistically a win is a must if they are to mount a late charge for the playoffs. Still on the field at the moment. Trying to run it off is Jovanovic again. An angle ball looking for Roshan. Saji with the header away. Parag. We're going here, Parag. Oh, he's done well. Gets the better of Emil Bennett. Stabbed by Rohit! Wonderful finish! It's Shivasakti who gets the goal and finally has off the mark in the Hero Indian Super League, and a fine finish over Mirshan as well. Set up by Parag. He stabbed it, it looped over the goalkeeper, and Bengaluru lead by 1-0.
Check this out, Mark. I'm telling you, it's an old-fashioned toe punt, I think. It's a, you hit it right off the toe of your boot, and it causes the ball to fly in an unusual position. But look at the smile on this guy's face. He's obviously going across to his coach to thank him for starting him. But what a finish this is. A little bit of magic from Parag more than anything else. He decides to lay it off. One touch and then a toe punt right into the top corner, and Murshad can't get anywhere near it. What a technique this is. It's the technique of a great goal scorer, let me tell you. It dips down underneath the crossbar. Great goal. 1-0 Bengaluru.
Scored in the Durand Cup, now has a goal in the Hero ISL. Shivasakti, and his efforts in the first half, you have to say, deserved a goal. Delighted Simon Grayson, who's given him his chance tonight, and straight to Sunil Chetri. That's nice to see. Lovely touch.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and it's great to see that. I mean, Sunil Chetri would have been giving him every benefit of the advice that he can give to a younger player, and you can see he's thanking him for that. That's fantastic. Worked well for the coach as well. I'm delighted for Simon Grayson.
A long way to go though. Jordan. Hira. Philippa 2. Ragyan. Too far for Jordan. Gurpreet will pluck those out of the air all night. Probably the tallest goalkeeper in the Hero ISL. Martin, did that hit the arm of Alan Costa? It certainly bounced up. And I think it's a penalty, is it?
It's right on the line.
Free kick right on the edge.
Right on the line. And I don't know whether the linesmen give it or whether the referees give it. But the ball certainly bounced up and hit his hand by the looks of it. It's a close call, this one. Really close call. It's a match-defining call as well.
If we can spot where the contact came.
Oh, it's a great decision, to be fair. It's right on the line. It's caught the hand, unusual position, definitely a handball. Referees looked along to the assistant referee, first and foremost. They're just getting closer, you know, they've lost their big talisman up front in Will McGill. And to be fair, the response since he's gone off has been nothing short of admirable. Wouldn't surprise if they weren't the goalkeeper here. You never know. You lose your talisman up front and all of a sudden everybody else steps up to the plate. Free kick to North East.
Philippa 2, who scored plenty of goals in Liga for Auxerre. Over the free kick, it is Philippa 2. Into the bottom corner. They don't need to get the ball up and down. They can go straight through the wall. Nobody lying on the ground, which is something we see a lot of these days. And Philippa 2 gets a vital goal to get North East United back on level terms. Bengaluru can't keep a clean sheet. It's 1-1.
He can't believe it, Simon Grayson, because he's looking at the technical side of things. The wall is responsible for the right-hand side of the goal. Therefore, the goalkeeper is responsible for the left-hand side of the goal. And I agree with you, there's nobody under the wall. It's the first thing I was going to ask. Why is nobody lying down underneath the wall for that one that goes under? For the clever players, like Philippa 2, to put it underneath the wall. But I think Gurpreet knows. If you have a look at this, that's his side of the goal, I'm afraid. He can't be blaming the wall. No, that's definitely his side of the goal. As soon as he takes a step to the left-hand side, that right-hand side becomes open. And Philippa 2 is exposed. Gurpreet at the right-hand side of the goal, 1-1.
Now, have an interesting final quarter of the match on the way. Philippa 2. Tom by Rohit. Danta. Rohit. Messi down the line for a Danta. Gets a little bit of quality. And Costa does it again! Having scored the early goal in the first match between the sides, he's popped up late once more, and Bengaluru could well have snatched it and taken all 3 points. And is that top 6 dream back on the cards? Chetri's miss earlier maybe summed up their day, but Alan Costa finally beats Meershad, and Bengaluru lead here by 2-1.
Well, it's a cruel game, Mark. There's no doubt in my mind it's a cruel game, and he'll feel how cruel it is just at that moment in time. The quality of Bengaluru in the end looks like it's paid off. But how many players have got forward? They've got 5 players in the penalty box here, and the biggest one of all, Alan Costa, with a lovely cross into the box. What a wonderful ball. Stood up to the back post area. 6'4", 6'5", giant. Can't miss, doesn't miss. 2-1.
And he scored in the 87th minute on the opening game of the season. 94th minute this time for Alan Costa. And the big centre-back claims his 2nd goal of the season.
Gone past the 6 minutes now. Looking like another defeat for North East United, unfortunately.
Bengaluru have finally reached double figures in terms of goals as well. Javi Hernandez again not finding his range, usually so reliable from that sort of distance. As the full-time whistle goes, who's your hero of the match?
Suresh, for me, I think he's been outstanding. Look at the size of him compared to the one who scored the winning goal. But Suresh Wanjam in the middle of the park, I thought he was different class. He was probably as many touches as anybody in the middle of the park for sure. Probably the centre-halves have had a little bit more than him, but he's been part of a winning formula.
It was Shivasakti who put Bengaluru in front 5 minutes into the second half. Philippa too with the equaliser midway through the second half. Alan Costa getting the winner in the 94th minute. Bengaluru finally have a little bit of luck. It's another defeat though for North East United. It's finished North East United 1, Bengaluru FC 2.